Halloween! And how are you? Yes, it's a scary day for many. When we don our costumes and sometimes look scarier than we do in real life. So, Halloween is a tradition that dates back probably to the Iron Age, when the Celtic peoples donned their scary garb to ward off the evil spirits. It was a time when it was thought that the spirits would travel from this world to the next. And so, since those early days, Halloween has morphed into a more fun filled holiday. Of course, many Christians object to the pagan holidays, and especially those that make us appear scary or demonic. It turns out, though, that we are in a spiritual battle, and those forces of evil are real things. Why would we dress up in something evil or scary? Well, the idea is that when children dress up as something scary or something powerful, like a superhero or a dragon, a cowboy or an Indian, we're actually taking control of our fears and acknowledging the part of us that is a little scary or violent or vile. Turns out that the evil spirits themselves dress up. They don garb and costumes that make them appear as angels of light. They try to make us believe that there's something good in them that is decidedly not there. With us, though, while we may not be demonic or witchy or sorcerers, there is in the heart of every person a dark side, a part of us that is in rebellion to what we ourselves believe or value or appeal to. And it's only in encountering that darkness within us that we can actually take control of it and utilize our ability to surrender to the forces of God and resist those of the enemy. I'm reading a book called Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, and if you've never read it, or if you have, I recommend it highly. It was born out of a series of talks that C.S. Lewis gave on the radio of the BBC back in the time in the day of World War II, when London was under attack, and the forces of evil that embodied themselves in the Third Reich, the Nazi Germany, was so clearly evil that it gave the people of that day a clear sense of the battle between good and evil. Sometimes we forget that that battle is still raging. And now, perhaps more than ever, that battle is once again rearing its ugly head, trying to move society in a direction that is decidedly evil and even perhaps demonic. This time, though, it may be within the fabric of our own society and not from some external force, that the enemy is masquerading in ways that take us in, that make us willing to take the treats that he offers without realizing there's a trick involved. Yes, we need to realize that we are in dark times, but it's so important that we realize that the line between good and evil does not just happen between cultures or countries, between those in authority and those disempowered. As Alexander Solzhenitsyn so beautifully pointed out in his book, The Gulag Archipelago, the line between good and evil cuts straight through the heart of every person. Each one of us, even in an ordinary day, is capable of being kind or cruel, being considerate or hard-hearted. Each of us has the ability to be faithful or disloyal, to be focused or distracted, to be loving or to be judging. We have in us the capacity to do great good and the capacity to do great harm. On a day like today, in which some children and many adults will dawn garb to take on an appearance that is decidedly different than their ordinary day-to-day appearance. Let us not be swept along by just looking at appearances, but let's look beneath the mask and remember that we are all the same. We all have that capacity for great good and great evil. It's a time in the world's history when we more than ever need to be aware that we are under attack, not just from outside, from the forces of evil in political power or money grubbing or people who are bent on our harm and destruction. The battle is raging within each of us in every moment to be present and connected with God and with each other, or to disconnect and be at the mercy of our own imagination or the tactics of our considerable foe, our enemy, who is, in fact, seeking to steal and kill and devour. So whether you participate in Halloween or not is at your own discretion. But whether you participate in the spiritual battle that's raging is something that you cannot avoid. You can be in denial about it, but you, trust me, dear friend, are in the battle with me. Open your eyes. See what's happening. Don't be taken off guard. The Bible says that we are not unaware of the schemes of the enemy. We are to be wise as serpents, but innocent as doves. So whether you look like a serpent or a dove, rest assured, God knows your heart, and He knows where you line up with Him or with the enemy. God bless you today as you enjoy Him and engage the battle fully. The war is happening. Don't miss out on your opportunity to be light in a dark place. I love you.